Welcome everyone to the Worst Fans podcast. I'm your host Marco. That's our host Rhett, and that's our host Buck. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
And we have a lot to talk about. We haven't been back in a while, but now we're back. A lot of things came up recently, and we want to talk about them. Rhett is showing off his cup, and it is a "I love you, I know" Han Solo cup. Okay. First topic is going to be Game of the Year.
Game of the year.
We don't talk a lot about video games on this channel, but you know
We gotta fix that.
we're fixing that
talking about it
right here, right now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of controversy.
New trailers.
A lot of new trailers, yes, but there's also a lot of controversy as to what won Game of the Year in the first place.
Would you say it's a reign of controversy?
The reign of controversy.
Reign of controversy.
Why is it so controversial? I thought this game that won was actually
Yes,
deserving.
it was deserving. Yes, Elden Ring, I 100% agreed, deserved Game of the Year. But that's the only game award it won. Everything else was won by God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok won almost every other category imaginable except for Game of the Year. So I mean, both games in their own respect are amazing, beautiful games.
And as the three of us who've probably played both of them, we'll take your word for it, because I know down there he hasn't played Jack, and I haven't either.
Yeah, I actually haven't played God of War Ragnarok because I don't have a PS5.
I thought you had a PS5.
No, I don't have a PS5.
No.
I thought you were the one guy. Well, I know, but I figured you had one anyway, even if you need it or not.
No, I never got one yet. I don't think it's worth it yet.
Yeah, not for that price. They're crazy.
Yeah. So, and they just restocked at GameStop too, and they were like, "Hey, we're selling them. It's $500." I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah, I know. I'd get those too. I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah. So, I mean, I played Elden Ring for a solid 100 hours, so I was in love with the game. It's beautiful. I still haven't beat it.
It's more than I played Skyrim.
Oh, Skyrim, I have.
According to Steam.
I think I have almost 1,000.
But I hear it's extremely hard. So that's
it is very hard. Yes, that's probably one of the reasons why people don't agree with the Game of the Year, because a lot of people couldn't get past the tutorial. So it's hard to like a game that you can't even play.
Can you dial the ease back a little?
There's no difficulty setting on the game. It's one setting. That's it.
Fuck it. I'll never get through.
I have a feeling it's a game if I ever tried, I would hate it right away. I have no patience anymore like I used to. So
exactly. It's a very, very difficult game, but it's a Soulsborne game. But again, I think it deserves it. I mean, it was the world is created by J.R.R. Martin, but Game of Thrones. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was Neil Gaiman.
George R.R. Martin.
George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, the whole world, and like everything has a backstory.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is there like feisty adult scenes because of that?
Not really, but there's a lot of backstory to it. Like, actually, there's a couple feisty things now that I think about it. But there's a lot of backstory to every single character. Every single thing you kill, every place you go to has like its own backstory. It's a really well thought out world, and it's humongous, a huge world. So I see why it won Game of the Year, and I'm back for it, and I'm very happy it won. But on top of Elden Ring winning Game of the Year, another Soulsborne game that's coming out is Jedi Survivor, which I am super excited about. They showed a trailer for it, and what
did you just say? You called it a what Souls game?
Oh, Souls, like kind of Dark Souls, Soulsborne. Yeah.
What is it called that?
That's just a a genre. Souls.
A genre.
Yeah, that's what they call that at the Game Awards. I think it was Soulsborne or Souls, because it's like a Dark Souls type.
Official thing.
Yeah, Souls type, Souls style. They say Souls related game because Dark Souls is like the first to come out with it. So every game that's kind of like it, they call it a Souls game.
Demon Souls, actually.
Well, yeah, Demon Souls too.
That's the only one I've played. Interesting. I guess it is, huh? It is really hard. I had to dial back the ease on the difficulty on Jedi
Survivor. Fallen Order, yeah. Which you still have to beat, by the way.
I've started playing a little more. I'm still like, this is like my third time going through this training area.
I don't know why. I mean, I beat it. I know you could too, for God's sakes. I mean,
I just don't have time. I don't know. Like, I did. First of all, I went back.
But the thing is, we were arguing for years that EA has done crap with the Star Wars games, right? Like,
and now they finally give us something good.
And this is a really good story-driven game. You will love this game.
I playing it and it's fantastic. I gotta like to vote, and most of the time I'm studying, and it's like crap. If I
Yeah,
play, I
I
feel
get you.
guilty.
I get you. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that, I mean, I could see that. But
Yeah,
I gotta pass those tests.
yeah.
If I do that, I'll feel free.
I understand. But Jedi
Anyway,
Survivor,
yeah. I mean, I saw the trailer for that, and I'm
my
like,
gosh,
I don't know what's going on, but
it looks so
you know.
good.
And let me ask you, if having played it, do you understand who that guy is he's talking to out of the tube?
No idea.
No,
Okay,
I
so
don't even.
what? Okay, that's cool.
No one knows. There's a lot of theories behind it. People are saying it's a clone. People are saying it's this version Star Killer. Um, I don't know what it could be. I have no idea. People are saying it's a failed clone of Palpatine. Um, we don't know.
That could be interesting. I'd be down with that.
Also,
It's Snoke. It's Snoke. It's Snoke.
it's a hot
Yeah.
Snoke. Yeah.
A hot Snoke. Before you get,
Before he gets all messed up.
I thought it
It's-
was a woman. At
it's
first, I
gonna
thought it was a
be,
woman.
yeah, it's gonna be a variation like of our dude from Andor, you know, like the prisonist manager
Oh,
who can't swim.
Kino
Andy,
Loy.
Andy Serkis.
Kino
Yeah, I couldn't
Loy.
even-
Kino Loy.
Kino Loy. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kino Loy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andy Serkis. Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
Andy
Yeah.
Serkis. Andy Serkis. Um,
We would have heard his voice though.
well, I'm excited for that game. Comes out next March, I believe.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to beat it.
they announced a collector's edition of the game starting at $300,
Mm.
and it comes with Cal Kestis's lightsaber. No blade,
Yeah.
no blade though. No blade. The blade is sold separately, but it is compatible with the Galaxy's Edge blades, so you can
Oh,
use
okay.
the ones from Disney World on the blade.
Well, let me ask you something. Are you gonna get this?
I already got it.
Okay, you already got it. All right. So I would assume that when you actually physically have it, you're gonna unbox this right here.
Yes, of course,
Like,
absolutely.
You'll wait for the podcast. Yeah.
I will wait for the podcast to open the blade because honestly, the packaging looks amazing too. And included in it is the blade, the hilt, excuse me, the steelbook for the game. Even though I have it on PC, but it still comes with like the nice steelbook display.
Yeah.
And it comes with all the digital exclusives that deluxe edition comes with. So for the price, it's not bad. There it is right there.
For $300, it better be a hell of a package. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, the lightsaber at Galaxy's Edge alone is around over $200. So just the lightsaber itself.
Yeah, you get a video game with this one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You get
pretty
a
much.
deluxe version of a video game with it. So
I did see that email come in, and I was like, "It's cool." I was like, "It's cool. It's cool."
And
I can't
cool.
they
drop
only
it.
made 4,000. They only made 4,000 collector's editions. So 1,500 for PS5, 1,500 for Xbox, and 1,000 for PC.
I'll touch yours.
And the reason why I hopped on it so quick was because the last time there was a limited release of a Galaxy's Edge lightsaber, for example, was Ahsoka's. And they only made 10,000 of Ahsoka's, I believe, from Rebels. It was the white lightsabers from Rebels. And now people are selling them on eBay for over $1,000. And there were more of those than there are this. So it's an investment.
You could say that.
It's an investment. Same reason I buy Funko Pops and Pokemon cards. They're investments.
You think so?
Yes, I think so.
That's what I used to say about comic books, and then I did make my money back.
Exactly. Yeah, same here.
Well, this is this generation's version of comic books, I guess.
I'm cool with that. No, I'm totally not picking. I'm like, yeah.
I am this close to just taking all my collection and taking it to a comic book store and selling it for like $25 because
You'll get more than 25.
You'll get more than 25. Yeah.
And I'm like, I sold a lot that were useless, but I kept like one box of like cool ones or something. You know, there was a lot that I was like misjointed. I was like, I don't even have the ones to finish this story.
Right.
I just get rid of them. So
I
I
mean,
sold like
our
3 or 4
dad,
boxes
our
of
dad
them.
is the reason I collect, really, because he's like
Yeah,
the
he's a
prime
collector.
example of collecting
yeah.
baseball cards, but like sports cards in general, really.
Yeah. I remember the story he had back in the day when we were kids. He had the baseball card shop.
Mm-hmm. He has a collector personality. Literally, he has like, like there was a year where I guess coffee creamers came out with like Star Wars variations of the flavors of coffee creamers, and he has those displayed empty because they're Star Wars collector creamers. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Dude, I wish you were around when I could have showed you episode 1. We're talking 1999. I collected every Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and there's like one other flavor can because there was like 40 plus characters had from episode 1, including like Newt Gunray to even Jabba had a can. And I had like all but maybe 3 or 4 of them. I collected a lot. I
Well,
ordered some on eBay to
you want-
finish them years later.
You want to know something? I'm kind of on the same boat with certain drinks as well. I have
Yeah.
I have Rockstar energy drinks of all the Halo versions of them. I have
Cool.
all the Disney Park Coca-Cola bottles. I have all the Galaxy's Edge Coca-Cola bottles, like the
Nice.
ones in the Star Wars containers.
I have those too. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually back there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually from
Oh
episode
yeah,
1,
those are cool. Yeah, I know what you're talking
from
about.
episode 1, I remember I had all like the magazines that came out that
Mhm.
year for episode 1. I got TV Guide, Entertainment
Mhm.
Weekly, Premiere, and they all had like 6 different covers from all characters. So, and I still have them in a box. I still got them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
great.
it's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you a warning about the cans. Maybe a decade later, they started like somehow leaking through the can. I don't know how they did it.
I think-
Pressure, maybe hot, cold, and like
Maybe.
expansion, contraction, and maybe they started coming out a little bit through the top and drizzling. But like there was a sticky, terrible mess years later where I just had them all under my sink in the bathroom. So something to look at. You can maybe, I don't know if it's worth it to drain them. I mean, then they'll be easily crushed, but you might want to look into that because it became a problem. And then I decided I'll just take a bunch of pictures of them and then I'm gonna throw them all away.
Yeah. There's only one can I would want to really retain. It's like a Coca-Cola exclusive. It's called glitch flavor or something like that. It came in a box. I still have it in the box, and it's like a purple Coca-Cola can, and it only comes with 2 of the Coke Zeros. They only came out with it for like a month, and then they're never really seen it again. So I bought 2 boxes of it. I just put it in the closet. So
okay.
Well, besides collecting,
That's good. That's cool.
That's collecting for you. Some of us have problems. Let's go. 65 came out today. The trailer for 65.
Which I had no idea what the hell this is even about.
Me either.
Brett, did you see the trailer?
Forgot to go watch it. Yeah.
Let's have let's live reaction. Live reaction time.
Let's do this.
Dude, oh my god!
I'm always the last one to watch these. So.
You're gonna love this. This is
Live
great.
reaction.
I'm not gonna tell you what it's about.
All I saw was like
I had no idea.
Dinosaur in the background.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I saw Adam Driver 65 and like what looked like a dinosaur mouth or head in the background. That's all I could see.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that was just from the thumbnail you sent.
Oh, on top of 65, we also got another trailer for Into the Spider-Verse. We could watch that.
Oh yeah, yes, they came out yesterday. Yeah, that's right.
I didn't even watch that yet either.
Oh, that one looks really good too.
The other day I sat and watched all the Game Award trailers that I'd missed before. There's a lot of good ones. Watch, stream, stand by.
Wait, over the volume. It's a little loud. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready.
There's something alien out there.
Damn, Raimi.
Charter 373. This is Commander Mills. My ship was hit by an undocumented asteroid. Transporting 35 passengers on a long-range exploratory mission. Send help.
We've crash landed on an uncharted celestial body.
Yep.
I don't know where we are. I've located one survivor.
A child. The atmosphere is breathable.
Drop.
There's something alien out there.
Oh,
You need to be quiet and move. You and I are gonna get home.
Oh, family.
Ready?
Now I know what 65 is.
Yeah. Dude, that looks
yeah.
legit as fuck. Okay,
Hell
I
yeah.
cannot wait for that.
When is that? I missed the date. When's it come out? March.
In March.
March.
It's basically, I mean, it's basically Alien meets Jurassic Park. This is fucking awesome. It really is.
So he somehow and his ship goes back in time and crash lands back on Earth.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. It's like it's almost like the futuristic ship. Maybe it was a time machine as well. Or
well, either that. I think more. You know,
it's like Planet of the Apes, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Like space time travel, he might have gotten in a wormhole or some kind of hypersonic light speed thing that wormholed him back. I don't know. The way they made it sell though, like 65 million years ago, that was when dinosaurs died, right? So, that seems like that's a thing. Like that's probably what it is. But that's awesome. I want to see that.
That's really good. I was impressed.
They need to make a game.
Honestly, they could, because the guns almost and like the technology kind of remind a little bit of Halo, like a little bit of that.
Halo super cool sci-fi video game.
Believe it or not, it reminded me a lot of remember Turok?
Turok, yeah.
Turok, right? Yeah, it had that kind of feel to it too.
I hadn't played that game in so long, and then the other day I bought it on GOG because it was on sale, and I played it on PC. I was like, this is way better looking on PC than it was on N64. That was a great game, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping this movie kind of fills the void that lately the Jurassic Park movies Jurassic World movies have kind of left out. That magic. Yeah, this going back to the actual prehistoric world of dinosaurs when they were like in their actual habitat.
Yeah,
in their set. That's gonna be awesome. That's like the Lost World for real. This
and
is gonna be great.
The visual effects look great. Like it doesn't look like low. I mean, it's Sony, so I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the budget is gonna be cheaper because it looks more of like an independent feel, but it looks great. I hope it's really good. I really do.
Sweet. I'm so glad I watched that with you guys.
Yeah, it looks sick.
All right.
I'm excited about that. Want to watch the next trailer, which is Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse?
I mean, I'm here all night.
You haven't seen that yet, so. And I'm really excited for this movie too.
I'm excited. I'm just not like, oh boy, I don't know why. I just like the first one was great. It was good. I didn't love it though.
No, the first one is debatably the best Spider-Man movie.
I know a lot of people say that, but I liked it. I didn't think it was the best thing ever.
All right, stand by. Ready? Here we go.
Another Sony movie.
Yep. Just the animation, the art in this movie alone, it's just.
I can hear you being quiet, Mom.
I hope I didn't ice your game, man.
No one my age says those words in that order.
It's just hard to see my little man not being my little boy all the time.
Is Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
For years, I've been taking care of this little boy. Making sure he is loved, that he feels like he belongs wherever he wants to be. He wants to go out into the world and do great big things.
Not bad, kid.
And what I worry about most,
I love you, Miles.
is they won't look out for you like us.
Miles!
Want to get out of here? Wherever you go from here, you have to promise to take care of that little boy for me. Make sure he never forgets where he came from. And he never doubts that he is loved. And he never lets anyone tell him that he doesn't belong there. You gotta promise, Miles.
I promise.
Who do you think you are? Really?
We are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
It
A
looks
lot
great.
lot of variants.
A lot of Spider-Man.
variants.
A lot of Spider-Man.
You know, I liked it. I remember sitting there, watched it with the kids, and
Mhm.
Reese loved it. By the way, like that turned him into a huge. He will say to this day, Miles Morales is his favorite Spider-Man because of that movie. You know, and he loves the video game with Miles Morales, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
my, I think I was sitting there watching this, and I'm like, I think my thing is, I don't think I understand it. Like remember watching the first one, I'm kind of like, all right, it's a multiverse, but like, why? Like, why is that? Why can't it just be Miles? Like, and it's like, here's another Spider-Man. Like, is it his origin always been like because the universe is crossed?
No, not necessarily. I think they just kind of went multiverse in this one because since the multiverse was introduced because of Wilson Fisk making that device to try to find a universe where Vanessa and his kid don't die, they kind of incorporated the other Spider-Man as well because he was also in that lab. So they just kind of got all the Spider-Man from those worlds.
Okay, yeah, it's cool. It's
so
cool.
it's different than just the basic another Spider-Man. You know.
Yeah, I get it. You got to do something different.
Mhm.
I think it's cool, and I think the music sold me, and the art sold me on the first one. I don't know. I felt like I don't know if I understand it all the way. I don't know
Mhm.
why
Yeah.
didn't.
Hey,
It was fine.
I liked it too. It's just when I saw it, I heard so many good things about it going in. Like, oh my god, this
Yeah.
it was the best Spider-Man movie. So I'm like, okay, great. I went to go see it, and actually Chris was there too. There's like me and Chris always meet up in the same theater by accident sometimes, and it just
That's
happens.
funny, really.
And him and his son were there, and after I saw it, I was like, man, it was good. Just like you, I was like, man, I'm not sure I understood like all of it, but yeah, it was cool. And me and Chris saw each other, and Alex was all excited. Oh man, this was awesome. He was crazy about it. But me and Chris looked at each other like, yeah, it was okay. You know, but again,
Old
maybe
guys, we're like,
the hype, yeah.
we're old guys. Well,
You
you know
know,
what? John Campia loves this too. Like he's
oh,
gone on
he
and on about
loves
it,
it.
and I'm
Oh my
like,
god, yeah. He thinks it's the best thing ever.
I mean,
I'm like,
I love it
it's all
too.
right.
I mean, I honestly think it's fantastic.
you know what? Good on you. Like that's
And
great.
I'm happy for you that you love it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's all right. It's all right.
I think it's the old man in me. I go back
Yeah.
to like just the other day I watched 1 and 2 with Tobey Maguire, and I was like, I forgot how much I love these movies. Like I do.
Yeah.
It just brought me to like this happy age. We're getting old. That's all it
But
is.
you know, we talked about it the other day too, and it's funny. Back in the time that it came out,
I had
I
issues
didn't
with
I, I
it too.
didn't love those movies like I should have, because now I
Yeah.
watch them now and I'm like, man, these were great movies. What the hell was I thinking? I mean, it
Uh,
was really good.
The first Spider-Man, I did love. I thought that was
Oh, me
great.
too.
It was the second one for some reason, which everyone else thought was like a 10 out of 10 best superhero movie. They would call it the best superhero movie, and I was like, really? I like the first one better. Looking
Yeah,
back, I appreciate it so much more. But for some reason, I had this weird thing. Like I almost wanted to not like it. I don't know why. I'm weird.
I
But
remember defending the third one a lot because the third one everyone hated, and I actually liked it. I'm like, it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it more than part two, but now watching all of them, like, yeah,
it's probably the least
it's the least.
favorable.
But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
least.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it looks good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm gonna see it for sure.
Oh yeah, and
Spider-Verse too, but you know,
I'm gonna get off on the fact that my son loves it so much, and his happiness is gonna spike it up there for me, and probably give it an extra couple points on the scale just for that moment,
Right.
you know.
right? Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
oh,
Okay.
shoulders.
Well,
Okay.
I'm excited for it. When I didn't say release on that, I think it's next year.
June 2nd. Said June 2nd.
June. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, June 2nd, June 3rd.
Cool.
Yeah, on there.
I'll definitely get to see that with Reese then. That's gonna be great.
That's awesome. Next
That's gonna be
topic.
great.
I'm gonna let Buck take this one since he's really passionate about
Ooh. Oh yeah.
DC and what's going on with them. So take it away.
Before that, we'll talk right quick about a show that I know me and Rhett were looking forward to for a while.
Yeah.
Part of our childhood, and this show was supposed to be like our Lord of the Rings going into this winter holiday season. Willow. We have talked about it before in the past podcast episodes, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. We saw the first 3 episodes, and all I can say is I'm tapped out. There's a lot of shows that came out on Disney Plus that have disappointed me this year. I mean, Obi-Wan, Book of Boba Fett, She-Hulk. But this, I have to say, going in the end of the year, I thought She-Hulk was the top like turd of the year.
The shiniest
but no, Disney Plus saved its shiniest turd for last because I've never seen such a piece of shit. It is god awful. I am sorry. I've never seen a show that it pained me to watch. It hurt
It hurt.
watching the show. It was so bad. And I mean, there was no redeeming qualities at all. It was so bad. And it's one of those things where is it the old man in me that I'm just not hip to this generation and the way things are, the way things are written now for shows
No,
and movies. I don't know what it is, but I couldn't take it. It was corrupted
it's
horribly.
not just you. Listen, there's a huge divide in critics and viewers.
Funny, you know what? I have not seen what anyone else thinks of this show outside of our little group.
That's the thing. Rotten Tomatoes has like an 86 around there.
Yes,
and of course,
the critics has
but
85.
the response for the general audience is like a 23 or something.
Yep.
And that's happened a lot. Same thing happened with She-Hulk. Same thing happened with was it Obi-Wan? I'm not sure, but yeah. I
They
mean,
always get defended by idiots. So I remember I was writing you and Matt, and I wrote this thing, and I'm thinking back, and I was like, this is probably the best way I could describe this show. This is my review quick comparison of Willow. After three episodes, I was like, okay for the first one. I was like, it's all right for the second one, and the third one, I was just like, what's going on? Like, and then when they played the end credits song, which I don't mind spoiling this shit. There's a pop song at the end of every. As soon as the show's over, it starts like some weird song, and it's like, this doesn't go with this. This is dumb.
yeah.
And by the end of episode 3, they play "Enter Sandman" by Metallica, and it's covered by some chick, and it sounds like she's at like a indie a talent show bar or something, where it's like,
But
ugh.
yeah,
So,
that's horrible. But see, that's the whole show kind of feels that way. Because the
yeah.
thing is, if you are a fan of Willow, I mean, I'm not saying Willow is the greatest movie in the world,
No.
but it has its little small fans. It's nostalgic for people that actually love the movie. This almost feels like it has nothing to do with it. It's weird. It almost feels like everyone is cosplaying. The actors that were chosen, everything
Yeah.
that goes with the show, it almost you don't buy any of it.
Cosplaying is a good way to put it. It looks like Comic Con. Like people are in
Yeah.
medieval Comic Con style.
Everyone has their own little accents. Nothing match. Nothing like feels genuine. It all feels like
Yeah.
phoned in. Even Willow
Warwick
himself, Warwick Davis, almost feels like he looks bored. It's awful. It's
Yeah.
completely awful. There's not one character that you're rooting for in this whole damn thing.
I mean,
There's
I
like
think
one character that's like okay, but even that, it's like no.
I guess
it's
I'll
terrible.
give Warwick the credit. I think he's
Yeah.
okay for what they're giving him. I think he's doing the best he can with what they gave him, but I'm not giving him the shit for that. So
Yeah.
I wrote, I think I basically compared little pieces of this to other shows. So the caliber of acting and writing is cheesy, like The 100. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that old show, The
Yeah,
100.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The attempt to make fantasy appeal to the modern audience is like Once Upon a Time. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Once Upon a Time.
I remember. Yep.
The pop songs in it. The pop songs in a medieval period is like A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger. Remember A Knight's
Yeah.
Tale?
I remember that. Yeah.
Which actually I can accept that. That movie, not what we're talking about here. There's nothing here that even feels like Willow except for Willow himself, and so much time has passed with this character with no explanation as to what happened to him or his family that the empty space part reminds me of Luke in The Last Jedi. Which that's not to poke, it's because that's exactly what happened. They didn't give us much at all about this huge gap, and then they just like, well, accept him where he is now. We're not going to tell you why. And it's like that same thing happened in The Last Jedi. The same thing happened here. It's like, well, you can't just change a character that much and expect me to just
And believe it or not, they did a lot with the character for Matt Mardigan is actually the same way too, because he's not, as far as I know, he's not in the show right for now. Because again, I'm not going to finish watching it, but his story that they've included in it, after he redeemed himself basically in the first movie, because he was a hero and everything, he turned back to an asshole, and he was like, he left his family, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
it just.
It's like Han Solo in The Force Awakens. Like, wait,
Yeah.
wait. After all that, you're gonna just
Right.
like ditch your wife or your
Yeah,
woman, whatever.
it's just they don't learn from their mistakes, man. I don't know. It just I've never like not wanted to finish a show before, even if I didn't like it. Like She-Hulk, I hated, but I wanted to finish it because I was hoping it'd get better and things were gonna happen. This I could care less. The only thing that was keeping me going is that hoping that Val Kilmer shows up at the end or something. But at this point, I don't even care. The show is so bad that would redeem anything. It's so horrible. So
I'm sad
I
to
don't
say
know.
because I was interested in it, but
yeah,
there's not enough to like. I feel like maybe they felt, hey, the movie was just one movie. There's not a lot of lore behind it. We can make up anything we want and it'll be fine. And it's like, no, you should have like stuck to your roots. I think I told one of you guys, I think it would have been interesting if they'd given it an edge and said, you know what we should do? Let's try an experiment and say, let's go back to 90s technology, film this thing on an actual, like 35 millimeter, whatever they used, use practical old school effects with like no CGI. Let's try to actually make it feel and look like a Willow. Let's use all stop motion animation. And I would have been kind of a neat way to say, like, hey, that makes it special. It makes it feel closer to that 90s movie.
Mm-hmm.
Not this like weird. It feels like a TV show quality in every way. Well,
you know what? At least Star Wars did it with the sequel trilogy, because their effects felt like the original trilogy more or less.
Yeah.
I mean, they
oh yeah,
kind
the
of brought it back to
design.
that. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I
Willow
get.
just
I was like, what the frack is this?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even.
All right. Sorry, Willow.
Yeah.
I have. It's what, like you said, it's like I have no desire to continue. Like I really have any drive to even. A new one came out today.
No.
I'd have to be really bored to put that on. I'm gonna find something more entertaining than that.
Yeah.
Play,
Alright.
And I don't
play
know.
Jedi
I don't
Fallen
know.
Order instead.
Do you guys remember
Yeah.
the?
Thanks.
Do you guys remember the movie National Treasure with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Okay, well now they did a Disney Plus show. It just came out. He's not in it, but a bunch of new kids are in it. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna touch it
Same
because
thing. It's gonna be same crap.
it's gonna same crap. I know it is. I'm like, I'm not gonna bother. Disney Plus, man. Let me tell you, it's
Yeah.
hanging on a very thin line.
Yeah, it
me. If
is.
it wasn't for
Well-
the Mandalorian, I would cancel right now. I
I
just
mean,
I don't know.
I just got that notification. My fee's gonna go up, but I'm with Verizon, so I get it for free. So if Verizon says, "Well, we can't pay for that version. You got to deal with ads now,"
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, I'm gonna be like, I don't even know if I could stand to watch Mandalorian at this point. I'll wait for it. I don't know. I'm not sure anymore, y'all.
Just wait for the season to finish and then pay for a month and then watch it all.
Maybe, yeah. Pay for a month and watch it all. Give me a free trial. I'll argue with them. Be like, look, you guys suck so much. I'll take a free trial and see if I want to come back. But unless you say a free month, I'm not
Or
coming.
just
back.
make a fake email and just.
Could do that, but I want to stick it to them. Look,
okay.
you got to sell it back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah, there's a lot on Disney Plus. I'm not really happy with either. So
It's gotten downhill, and we
It
made a
really
video.
has.
Maybe 4 months ago, we made a video right before She-Hulk came out. Maybe right when the first episode came out. We were like, or I think it was before it came out. And we were actually commending it. We said, there's some stuff that's kind of wishy-washy. We're a little unsure about the way some things have gone, but you know what? Overall, keep up what you're doing. I remember we said that phrase. Keep up what you're doing.
With Marvel, I said with the MCU, yes.
Oh, okay.
But that was, but even
Yeah.
then, you're right. That's wishy washy. But then everything else started coming with Star Wars, and
yeah,
it just it hasn't really.
listen,
I don't know.
Andor was
It's
a good.
very mixed bag. Yeah.
Andor was a really good like way to
Yeah,
keep me
that
there.
was-
I hope I
it
can
was
say the
almost
same.
undeserving.
Yeah, I hope I can say the same about Mandalorian next season.
I'm
Amanda-
pretty sure it'll be good, but
Ahsoka.
Mandalorian at least has the right people involved. I will say that Obi-Wan, we should have maybe had. I think we started to get some suspicions there's gonna be something bad here.
we did.
I was nervous right from the start when I heard Dave Filoni wasn't on it. So
Well, I'll tell you this right now. I don't know why y'all, maybe it's y'all or other people keep sending me excited news whenever they see something to do with Alkalite, and I'm like, guys, you
Please
look
no.
at some of the people behind that.
Yeah.
It's like some of the weirdos that Kathleen Kennedy hired.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
horrible.
like the parts you hate about Obi-Wan. I think that's gonna be all this is.
Yeah, that's all it is.
With Willow mixed in, because that's Lucas. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
It's
Lucasfilm is.
It's not even gonna feel like Star Wars. They're gonna throw ET in there somehow.
yeah.
Yeah, hey, episode 1 did that.
Yeah, I know they did.
All right. Well, I know
Yeah.
we've kind of gotten long today. I don't think we're gonna have time for that one main topic. So why don't we just bring it up as the last final mini
Yeah.
topic? Call
Yeah,
it
that's
good
fine.
here.
Tomorrow is the opening night for Avatar: The Way of Water.
Way of Water.
We're all super excited for it. We're all happy for it. I was actually watching some interviews for it, and man, the filming that they did for this movie, oh my gosh, it's so impressive.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for it.
Oh, man.
I can't wait to see the visuals and
This is going to be monumental, in the sense of Buck. This is we were mentioning this. Cameron has a way of making the sequel better than the original every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Terminator, great movie. Terminator 2, holy crap, amazing. Alien. Now, granted, he didn't direct the first Alien, but Aliens, even better. Right up our alley.
Yeah.
this is I maybe I'm thinking this is the third version of a sequel he's done now, and it sounds like it's gonna be
It'd
the
be awesome.
one. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it.
is there anything we could do, Marco, to talk you into watching it in 3D the first time?
The
Yes.
first time I can't do it.
Uh,
I'm not
you
gonna
know,
pay attention. I can't.
you know what you know what I'm scared of, because I know for a fact I could bet right now. I'm almost positive. Me and Rhett are gonna love this movie. I know we are. I know it.
I know a good feeling.
Now I have a feeling if you come back and you're like, I mean, I liked it. It was okay. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I would
because
never do that.
I know for a fact it'll be because you didn't see it in 3D like you're supposed
No,
to.
I love the first movie
Yes.
without watching it in 3D. I love the first movie.
All right, but it's such a technological. I mean, 3D's been
Yeah,
around, but
man.
the way he did it, like we kind of even mentioned this last time. It'd be like watching, like if you went back to 1939 and you watched The Wizard of Oz, but you saw it on only black and white, and you didn't see all the transition into color as it happens. All those amazing things. That's what I think is what Avatar was when you saw it. It's like everyone's just like, oh my god. I've usually the only 3D I see is like, gags and things jumping at me, but this is so immersive,
This
you
is
almost don't
immersive,
even
man.
realize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I worry, man. It's like, yeah. I don't know. I think it's if it's meant to be 3D. I understand that they decided, oh, we'll make everything 3D now, and they just
Yeah.
converted a 2D movie into 3D, and usually it looked like garbage. And this was
Yeah.
definitely filmed for 3D.
Yeah.
Ay, Dios mío, I don't know.
It's a mistake. I mean, I'm telling you, Cameron spent years making this movie, just like he did the first one, for this particular reason, because he's pushing the envelope when it comes to
Yeah.
FX and 3D. It's meant for it.
Mhm.
Not and I mean, you can make the excuse on any other movie with 3D. I don't care because it's not made for 3D, and you don't need to. This one you have to. You have to. And this is gonna be your first time watching it, and it should be the best like version of watching it the first time, the way it's
Mhm.
supposed to be watched in 3D. I hope it doesn't ruin it for you. Hope you're gonna want to see it again.
I will.
We can't talk him into it. I can see it in his face. He's like, no,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
It's not happening. It's not.
Him and his young hip friends are just gonna watch it the way they want to watch it. We're just the old men who just.
3D
It's just
so
me and
nuts.
Gabby watching it the first time. Just us.
But
Oh, just
all
you
your
two? Oh, okay.
all your buddies though, is what last time.
Yeah,
you were like,
they
oh, yeah,
still.
no one likes.
Yeah, no one likes 3D. My generation.
That's what we're saying. But that's the part. He's like, that's because it's too hipster to like 3D.
Yeah.
You gotta not like it. That's the only. Cool
It's not that we
thing.
don't
Right.
like it. It's just it's more comfortable not watching stuff in 3D.
Sure, but it's like, how about try driving your car without wheels? Because that's what it would be like to watch this movie. Like, you're not doing it right, man. It's not meant. He should have never released a 2D version. I think he should have done the artist thing
Yeah.
and said, let's go ahead and do this the one way you're supposed to do this.
You know how much money this movie has to make to break even?
Who cares?
Two billion. Excuse me.
No,
And-
that's not true.
Yeah,
That's not
it
No,
is.
that's what they're saying. It's bull. John Campion broke that down. It's not
Oh,
true.
there it
It's
is.
like
Oh.
it's like
Yeah.
700 million to actually.
Yeah,
make
it's like 700-800 million, which
is
I'm
a lot.
telling you, it will make it back, no problem. A little more. I have doubts it'll probably beat the first Avatar because that's huge, but I think it will make the money it need to make. It'll surprise you. I mean, look, I'll never bet against Cameron.
Yeah. What
The
disappointed
wor-
me is
yeah.
he already canceled the fifth one or fourth one. I don't remember which one, but he like took one. He brought it down to like just making 3 or something like that now, right?
No.
No. He wasn't gonna direct the fourth or fifth one,
fifth
whatever.
I
one.
think
Yeah.
we should watch. Let's look this up because I think he decided.
Well,
we'll go ahead
I
and
know they
chop it.
already filmed about 85-90% of the third one already.
Yeah. They might be ending it. I don't know.
And the fourth one, I think Sam Worthington said in an interview on Jimmy Fallon, I believe, that they filmed a little bit of the fourth one already too. So
yeah, so maybe
I
it's the
wish
fifth one.
I wish they wouldn't say that because now we know that they're not gonna die. So I'm like,
I
well,
know.
well, the reason why
mean-
they filmed a lot of the third one is because the kids in this movie are gonna age, so they had to
Yeah.
take advantage of them not aging. So
got it. Yeah.
All right, this was
the daughter and the son, yeah.
yeah, I remember November. Why he scrapped Avatar: The High Ground. The High Ground, really.
Oh, also be careful on social media. I accidentally kind
Oh.
of saw a little spoiler. And it's funny because it was a Disney ad. It was a Disney advertisement about an actor talking about the movie he's in. And I'm like, why are you in this movie? So it's kind of
No.
like,
Okay.
yeah. So it kind of confused me for a second. And I was a little disappointed that Disney pulled out the ad. It was taken down immediately. But I saw it, I was a little disappointed. So
Interesting.
yeah, so careful on social media.
Ezra Miller. He's
Yep,
in it.
that. How'd you
That's
know?
it. That's it. I knew it. I knew it.
And Henry Cavill too.
Oh man, don't even mention Henry right now.
Sorry.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right, Avatar. It's gonna be great.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Avatar's
kind of got
gonna be great.
obsessed when the first one came out. I kind of became obsessed with it. I'm kind of hoping I have something like that
We
again.
all
Yeah,
did.
we all
We
loved
Yeah.
it.
I don't care what
Yeah.
anyone says. I know it's a cool thing to hate on it now, but back when it came out, that was the thing. Everyone loved it. Everyone, you had to go in the theater to watch it. Everyone's crazy about it. Now it's like it's a cool thing to hate it because the story is not as original as they want it to be. They missed the whole point of the movie altogether. So whatever.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like both the story and the visuals, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm excited to watch it. No haters gonna stop me from watching it. So
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see it till Tuesday. By the way, I've decided what day I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna fit it.
Oh
in.
really? You're gonna
Yeah.
wait till Tuesday, huh?
I'm watching
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I got some big stuff coming this weekend. So
Okay, mine's tomorrow at 7:45.
I'm seeing it at 7:15.
Damn,
Right after work to watch it. Yeah.
So
Me
hold
too.
on, it's tomorrow, not
Yeah.
Friday.
Well, opening
Right.
night, like
yeah, we'll
two
see.
weeks.
Maybe I could squeeze it in tomorrow.
I mean, there were the seats were. I mean, it was packed, but since I'm seeing it by myself, I was easy to just get one seat. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
got
it was hard for me to find 2 seats like a month ago. So or whenever the tickets were released.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what I can do.
Well,
Maybe
it
I'll
should have been
figure out-
hard because everyone wants to see it in 3D. So you went to go see it to a theater that didn't have 3D. It wasn't hard at all, right? It was empty.
No, it was pretty packed. It was more packed than the 3D one.
Bunch
You're
of
a, li-
hipsters.
you're a liar.
I'm not.
No,
I
he's not
swear
lying,
I'm not a
'cause
liar.
You're a liar.
These kids think this way. I think this is a fair thing. If you, no matter what score you give it, it deserves a 1.5 more because of 3D. So just even at your 2D scale, if you're like that was a 9, then it's an 11.5.
Before we go to the podcast about reviewing it,
10.5.
I'll watch it 2 times. I'll watch the first one regular and the second in 3D. Let's see which one I like more.
Well, your opinion doesn't matter because it's absolutely better in 3D. It's done.
It's meant to be seen in 3D.
I understand.
That's the point.
But my viewing experience will probably change between.
I want
2D
you to
and 3D.
really think about it. Imagine watching the Wizard of Oz, but you have to watch in black and white because you don't want any distractions from the plot. You just want the story,
That's
right?
different. That's the color doesn't give me a nauseous feeling. That's different. When I'm watching something in 3D, that's different.
We resolved this last time. Your friends don't like 3D either, and they don't get sick. They just don't like it.
True.
Well, my point is, it's a technological wonder basically, and missing out on it is like. Now I know you're like, well, colors and everything, but it's like when it's so intertwined with what we're dealing with, I feel like part of the experience is lost. It'd be like closing your eyes on a park ride. I don't know. There's a way to put this, and I can't seem to articulate it.
I'll put it in a better way for you. You're not gonna agree, but so watching in 3D is like watching the Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson's. I mean, you're immersed. It's beautiful. It's all engrossing. Without it, it's like you're watching the new Willow series. That's what's gonna happen.
No, it can't be that bad.
I know it can't be that bad.
Look, my experience with 3D movies is that I have the glasses on for a good 20 minutes. I can't stand the feeling. I do this.
Right, but the thing is,
then I'm not only am I missing on the visuals of the movie, I'm also missing the plot because I can't.
But the thing is, what Cameron doesn't do that. Cameron, his whole thing with 3D is to immerse you in it, not just throw shit in your face.
No, it's not even the throwing shit. It's just wearing the glasses for so long. I can't do it.
It just gives you a headache. I mean, I can't. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to know, but like, it was so long ago when the first one came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you remember that happening then?
Probably. I mean, I was a kid.
What?
I always did this.
So you don't remember. That's my point. So like every 3D movie since then is just a run-of-the-mill 3D movie that they've converted to 3D.
Yeah.
Whereas this movie was intended to be 3D from the beginning. It may have a different effect. Now, I don't want you to I don't want your first experience to suck. But I think like when I really mean that, it's like they're filming it with 3D cameras. It's not the same as like taking Infinity War and converting it to 3D. Like it's meant for it. There's only 2 movies I can think of that are must watches in 3D every time, and that's Avatar and Tron Legacy. Yeah. Like they're Tron Legacy was the same way. They filmed it so that you got 3D glasses on, and it's 2D until you get in the world of Tron, and then it's like you're in 3D, and this is amazing.
Mhm.
Like, and that was a great effect. That's the Wizard of Oz,
Mhm.
bring me into color kind of thing.
I understand. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a shot in 3D, but after I comfortably watch it 1st. That's all.
Okay.
I said I have to do.
Look, you're different. Your friends have no excuse. I want to know what their fucking problem is. Just like I said last time. Like,
Yeah,
like that, because that's not the same. And I think more of what you're gonna hear isn't people saying admit they're sick. They're gonna be like, no, it's like, I don't like 3D because I'm a little kid.
Rat, man, we're just old. We're the old men. We're the old guys that just.
That's true. You guys are just old. You don't like the Into the Spider-Verse.
Damn young TikTokers, maybe sick.
Yeah, exactly.
We're supposed to watch him.
All right, at least you're right. We got to. All right, fine. You can love Spider-Man and Spider-Verse. We think it's fine. We're gonna defend 3D. You guys are gonna be like, that's bullshit.
All right. Let's move on to our last thing, right? I mean,
we have a last thing.
The DC shakeup.
Yeah.
Right quick.
Go right ahead.
All right. So. All right.
Yeah.
The new ownership of DC of the DC business part of it. James Gunn and this other guy. We thought it was a good thing for the most part, but now we're finding out that they're doing a lot of changes that we thought were going to be cool going forward. It's not. So Wonder Woman 3 got canceled altogether, scrapped. I don't think we're even going to see Gal Gadot anymore. This is going to be just a reboot altogether. Aquaman 2 is going to be the last Jason Momoa Aquaman we're going to see. There's rumors he's going to turn to Lobo and do a whole different movie altogether, which, all right. The whole Henry Cavill comeback as Superman at the end of Black Adam, and him coming out on Instagram saying, yep, he's officially back. He's excited. They're in talks and negotiations to do Man of Steel 2. Scrapped. He just had a meeting today with James Gunn that, they're going a different direction, and he will no longer play Superman anymore. So this is just very upsetting. I'm sure James Gunn has his own plans of what he wants to do and everything. And the decision for Henry Cavill to come back as Superman was done before James Gunn took over. But it's just it's messed with the fans that way. It really is. And now it's just I'm just tired of the whole back and forth with DC. What's true, what's not. And it just I almost feel like I want to be done with it because it just sucks. It's not what I wanted.
Yeah. I was done with that a while back already. There's no point in being a DC fan anymore.
Well, for you though, man, I feel like you might be one of the people who would appreciate it because you kind of didn't really love Batfleck. You had issues with Aquaman. You've told me you didn't really love Aquaman. I feel like maybe from your point of view, like I'm trying to be real here.
I mean, you're not wrong. I always thought I think a fresh start is what the DC universe really needs. So it's possible, but I really do feel bad for Henry Cavill. I think he was one of the redeeming factors of it. And honestly, I liked Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman too. The first Wonder Woman is probably one of the better DC movies for me.
The second one sucked so hard. The
second one was freaking horrible.
Yeah,
that one was so bad. But yeah, I mean, and Zack Snyder's Justice League was very good.
That's it, man.
That's it.
Just have.
So I don't know. I like Gunn a lot, and I want to support him. But I'm like, I almost have to give him the middle finger and be like, I think I'm done, bro. Like, I don't know. For me, what's funny is I know in my gut a fresh start is a good way to go, but not after we just got teased as much.
Not
as we
after
did.
you bring him back, and then just you throw him away again. Like,
I think I almost just want to see it through the plan that was supposed to happen. It's like finish out Cavill, give him a few more years, finish this whole Flash thing, and then if it's like it completely doesn't work, just make the verse make sense. Hey, we're gonna do a fresh restart now because we got a solid ending. It might end up in the best, but we have a plan from here on out. And they're like, I'm not willing to risk that money. Black Adam lost money. Why should we expect anything else to make money? That's where they said, right? So I kind of just don't want to start I don't want to start over again. I don't feel good about this.
No, my fear of starting over again, which I agree with you partly. Yeah, a part of me kind of feels like, it does need a fresh start. But what I don't want is that James Gunn's going to come in here because of his... I mean, and I like the guy. I don't love him, but I do like what he's done with Guardians and everything. What I'm scared of is that he's basically going to reboot the DC universe and kind of turn it into the MCU, like that kind of style. And I don't want that. I want the MCU to stay the MCU. I don't want it to be another I don't want DC to become another MCU. I don't want the tone to be basically the same kind of tone as we got in the MCU. I mean, I know we've got different tones and everything, but I want it to be a more darker kind of
I think it can stay.
edgier.
I think it can stay like
I don't know,
dark,
because
but
James Gunn can be dark, but he also has to have like this dark comedy added toward it too, and it could be good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it could be terrible. It's just I don't see like the world of Superman or the world of Batman meshing with that. You know, it just I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Some
he
things you
has
can
the
do that,
ability.
but
I
I
think
don't
he
know.
has the ability to keep his style dark and at the same time follow an MCU guide, kind of not necessarily like make it copy and paste, but almost as a
Yeah.
template. You know what I mean? Like copy some aspects from it. Don't take the Disney stuff. You know, leave Disney where it's at because Disney's Disney, and then he can make it his own, make it dark comedy, whatever series of DC he's gonna actually open up. Because really, we've only touched on the main ones: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman. We haven't even touched Green Lantern. So like the DC universe is humongous. There's a lot of characters that he can actually open up to, and he did that with Suicide Squad a little bit. We saw a couple different characters.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. There was Suicide Squad and also Peacemaker.
And Peacemaker.
But again, it was Suicide Squad was good. I liked it. And the Peacemaker series, I didn't finish it. I kind of want to finish it now. Well, actually, no, not really, not now. But
I did for a minute. Black Adam didn't
Yeah.
want to finish it, but
right. But now this kind of changes things. But here's the thing: that style is like it's cool for, like, it works for the boys. The boys, it works because the boys is it's its own thing. You put that into the DC universe, I don't know if I'm gonna like it,
Yeah.
especially with with the main core characters like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Flash. I don't know if that's gonna work. If that style is gonna work. If he's gonna implement that in the main core like superhero movies. Now I'm not even excited to see the Flash. I was. Now I'm just like no, because now I know where they're gonna go with it. They're just gonna
not
like
everything. You realize that I saw this the other day, and that's when they start suspecting. I don't think Cavill's coming back. Is they're like, we decided we pulled the Ben Affleck stuff out of it. Now we're gonna pull the Aquaman stuff, like the
and did you hear
out of Aquaman 2, they're pulling Ben Affleck out of Aquaman 2. Go ahead. What?
apparently before the takeover of James Gunn, DC, I don't know who was working on it, but one of the creators was actually working on a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton.
Oh damn!
It was they were gonna go. They were actually gonna do it. They scrapped it.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
like,
that was the idea that they were the because really we were kind of saying Batgirl is going to be basically who Batman Beyond was. Maybe they're like, I got it.
And they
Let's
scrapped
turn
that too. So
yeah.
So, but it's because they're going to start over. They're going to start
Yeah.
completely over. Like, I don't know, guys.
I don't know either. This just sucks. I'm just
like, yeah. And you know,
Avatar's coming tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah. Well, he said some cool stuff I was kind of on board with, which is I heard he said he's going to make all media one collected universe. Like the games are going to actually be canon to the movies and the shows. They're going to be canon. The comics are going to have tie-ins and other stuff.
that's cool, I guess. I mean,
But it was cool when I was thinking we still had like, Henry Cavill on board, but now that it's like
they're starting from scratch. They're starting from scratch.
They start from scratch. Here's the thing. So think about MCU though, like the first few movies versus what we got in the last 5 years. I don't know, 4 years. If it starts out and it's Iron Man, I mean, even the ones that I didn't like, if it's Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Captain America, Thor, like that first chunk where you're like, damn, these are fucking good. That would be different. It's not so zany. It's where you start getting like wackier and wackier, and then it turns into like, now we're gonna have this agenda-driven, series.
Yeah.
Like that's where like how long can it go before it gets taken over into something crappy, even if he starts it out kind of cool. I don't know, guys. I like the idea of, yes, some of these movies weren't that successful, but now that we're in a new direction, let's try them and try to intentionally fade to the sunset with these guys. Let's intentionally end Henry Cavill's Superman story, Ben Affleck's Aquaman, Wonder Woman. So let's all right, fade it out, and then yes, we'll multiverse this shit and start something fresh. Then you start something fresh. Now it's like it's this obvious breaking canon and breaking or not canon, but like breaking that. It's just a whole new thing now, and it's like so it pulls you from the immersion of what we were getting. I don't know, guys.
No, and I just feel whatever they come up with now, whatever that's gonna happen with whatever characters that you choose to go forward with the new Superman or new Batman or whatever, I'm always gonna have in the back of my head like what could have been, or what could have gotten if these other characters that we love gotten the chance to shine.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be compared like, well, yeah, this is okay, but I mean, look at the way Snack Snyder's Justice League ended. That ending, I want to see that. You know, I want to see that, and I want to see that continuation. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And we'll never get that. We'll never get that. That awesome Batman and Joker face off at the end of Snack Snyder's Justice League. The best Joker Batman interaction ever. Okay, we'll never get it. We'll never get it. That whole post-apocalyptic future. I mean, it just they drop so many cool things that we'll never get to see.
Nope.
And it just sucks, you know. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? It is what it is.
Nope.
Can't do anything about it. So, all right. So I don't know.
That's
that's
our
it.
depressing podcast.
Depressing podcast.
Depressing podcast. Besides Avatar coming out tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah. We
Our
still
saving
have
grace.
Cameron. Cameron will still be king. He'll end the year on a high note.
I mean, we got
And-
a lot of stuff to look forward to when it comes to entertainment. We got Jedi Survivor, 65, Spider-Man. We got Avatar tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do this. We got stuff.
We got exciting stuff coming up.
Just when you think all hope is lost, something awesome happens. And I think I felt that way when Avatar came out. It's kind of like, man, movies aren't the same. They aren't going to be good anymore. And then Avatar like rekindled that for me. So, hey, we're back, you know, just 13 years later, 14, I don't know.
13. Yeah. 2009. Yeah.
Just yeah, 13. Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
13. Yeah, 13.
13 years. So I'm happy. I'm happy.
All
I'm
right,
watching it
guys.
tomorrow. We're all happy. So
Yeah. Did you get a haircut?
I did.
He did.
Yeah.
Show me the back. I was like, it doesn't have the length anymore. Wow.
Yeah.
He's looking so professional now. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Starting
Yeah,
to grow up.
I showed my barber a picture of Captain America in Infinity War, kind of like that.
Hey, yeah, kind of whooshed.
But then I
Like-
kind of like do
Man.
this too.
That look, you know, it looks very 90s.
It does.
but it looks good. Looks good, you know.
That's what Gabby said. Very 90s. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm happy with
I
it.
wish I had hair still. It's going away.
You
mas.
had really long hair.
I used to. And look what
Mhm.
happened.
It's
Look
gone.
at that. It's gone. No más pelos.
All right.
Yep.
Well, that is our podcast for tonight. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Adios.
Force be with you.
See you back home.